guys, Jordan here, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be talking about how to play Repique stick and hand style. Let's get into it. You'll notice that I'm right-handed, but I have the strap on my left, which is a bit unusual. And that's just because in this style of playing, a lot of the time your hand that has the stick is doing most of the work. To make sure that not all of the weight and all of the work is in just one side of your body, I'm distributing the weight on my left shoulder. So we're going to talk about techniques and sounds of both hands. We're going to start with the right hand with the stick. There's 3 or 4 different sounds you can make out of this at bass level. First one is just a clean sound in the middle of the drum, letting the stick bounce. Like so. It's kind of the bass equivalent as if this were a hand drum. And it's the sound with the lowest frequency. Alright, the next sound is a little bit further out. You're not getting the rim, I'd say maybe an inch away from the actual rim itself. That's the next note. And the final sound is the rim shot, which is the hardest one to get. You're going to aim to get the rim and the skin at the same time. And you'll know when you've got it because you've got that really poppy sound. If you're doing it wrong, you'll end up with either or the same note as before, right? So that's one that you really need to practice and like hone in because it's a difficult one to get with consistency. Find your Repique, find the best spot and the best way to do it on your drum because each drum is slightly different. Moving on to the left hand, there's 2 sounds out of that. You've got a tone and a slap. The way I play slaps is I tend to have this middle point of my hand here going along the rim itself. And the motion is kind of a whipping motion, more in the wrist, hand is really loose, and the contact is the fingertips on the skin. It's kind of like I'm trying to grab onto the skin, like so. And it gives you that kind of dry, poppy, high-pitched slap. That's the aim. The other sound, the tone, I tend to play a little bit further out, and I'm letting my actual fingers bounce. Which sounds very similar to... It's a kind of equivalent sound. So now that we've covered that, let's talk about how to play samba. So the best basic samba rhythm is 4 notes and it's semi-quaver, so it's da ga da ga, da ga da ga, da ga da ga, da ga da ga, da ga da ga da, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. So the first note is that first note we covered, the one in the centre of the drum. And that's going to be your pulse, that's what you're going to drive. Right? Next note is the second note we covered, further out. Third note, you might guess, the third one we covered, the rim shot. And then there's also a slap. So that's a really good place to start because it means that when you're learning the other Repique parts and from different schools, you can kind of adapt a little bit better. So all of that together is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that a little bit faster. So we'll do 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1. Let's try that a few more times. Let's just loop it for a little bit. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and So some exercises and things to kind of get used to that. One that I've been doing, which really will help you as you progress in the Repique, is trying to be able to make the same sounds and phrases on your right hand as your left. So for example, that's a really, really good one to practice. Also just practicing that samba rhythm. That's a really good one to just hone in your skills, keep practicing, and eventually you'll be able to play super fast. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to cover more Repique stuff in the future. It's one of my favourite instruments to play, so definitely be sharing as much as I can with you. Hope you have a good day. Take care.